Game of Games, a sports talk show, life on Instagram at Game of Games. For your in-depth analysis in sports, join Sir Mayor, Lex, and YK, life on Instagram every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can follow us on our social media platforms, youtube.com Game of Games 25 and on tiktok.com Game of Games Sliles. Game of Games, a sports talk show.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to today's episode or today's edition of Game of Games with Mayor, Lex, and YK. Today we are. It's a very interesting edition because our captain, the ever-present captain, is not going to be in the team today. He did not even make the team list, and our Nkunku is going to be starting today's match, so it's going to be an interesting episode. Anyways, before I continue, my name is Lex Bossini, and with me today we are going to be having YK Odeyemi Olayinka Richard, also known as YK. YK,
good evening, my brother.
How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. How's the day been?
Thank God.
You're good.
Thank God.
Okay. Nigeria will not be the end of us.
Allow the man.
Alright, sharply, because we don't want to take any of your time any longer than it should be. We are going to be going straight into the talking points for today, and honestly, we do not have much. We know there are so many transfer rumors that are going on in the media recently and presently. We know there are some activities, some countries are already preparing for the Olympics. Copa America is ongoing, Euros are ongoing, and all of that. We know a lot of things are happening in the world of sports. But today we are going to be very sharply talking about the matches we have ongoing in the Euros, a few that we have ongoing in the Copa America, and we are going to be talking about a few interesting twists and turns in the transfer market, in the transfer window, or in the transfer news, right? So today we'll be talking about the Spain-Germany match, Spain versus Germany, the France versus Portugal, the England versus Switzerland, the Turkey versus Netherlands, and we are going to be talking about the Brazil-Uruguay match that is happening in the Copa America. So very swiftly, I want us to talk about the first match before we go on a break, right? Because of course, you get to the job site, put the hoe to the ground and look back. It's not fit for the kingdom of God, right? That's what the Bible said. Okay, so let's quickly talk about Spain versus Germany. YK. Spain versus Germany. Spain and Germany, they are two powerhouses when it comes to the world of football, right? Spain, and at the beginning of this tournament, we made some predictions about Germany, about Spain, and about almost every other team in the competition. I remember one of the predictions we made then was the fact that Spain, because they are very young, they are going to be exciting, but we are not very sure they will go all the way. Although they are one of the teams that we gave that chance, or we gave chance to them, that they have a tendency to go all the way. But because we were skeptical about their age, they are young, and they might not have all it takes to go all the way, we did not really give them the chance. But right now they are in the round of the last 8. So YK, what do you think? Spain versus Germany, what do you think we should expect from this match? Who do you think will be the star of the moment, and what should we be expecting generally from this match?
Good evening once again, Lex, and our viewers at home. Prior to the competition, I have always known that Spain is a team that you can't just overlook, irrespective of the caliber of players they are bringing. They have made that name, they have created that fear and all sorts. And I expected something from them prior to the competition. But to be candid, despite the fact that I've been expecting something from them, what they've showed or what they've shown uh, has really impressed me. That, oh,
Exactly.
in the current team in the round or in the quarter final now, they are the only team that made 9 points from their group without conceding one goal. And
Yeah.
against Georgia, they conceded first and they whitewashed them 4-1. The same Georgia that defeated Portugal. Fine.
Yeah.
They are young, they are inexperienced, but if you are good enough, you are old enough.
Exactly. In the words of what's this man's name?
So
Yes.
I'm very, very impressed with them. They've really impressed so many people. They've made their mark. Irrespective of what happened between them and Germany, I don't think they failed. They have not. And Germany on the other side, okay. Let me talk about the two aspects of Spain game I've seen. Their wing play is the best in this competition.
I agree with you.
Their usage of Lama and Nico Williams has been anything. It has been outstanding. It has been outstanding. From the first minute to the 98th minute, they will disturb you all through.
Yeah. Energetic, they are ready to go, ready to take on anybody.
Surprisingly, their end product is more mature than their age. So that's wing play, and then their midfield dominance. There is no way you want to play Spain and you will dominate them. I don't know how they do it. I don't know, because on paper when you see their midfield, you will see it's somehow lightweight. Rodri, yes, then Fabian and Pedri. That does not stand like a midfield that should dominate all through. But when they get to the field of play, it is another story entirely. They will dominate you. Exactly. They will dominate you from the beginning to the end. So
that's a really good take about Spain, because, and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching us would agree with what you just said. Spain has, I honestly did not give them that. I didn't give them I didn't really believe in them. Not like I don't know what they can do. I know Spain is has always been a power in the world of football. They will always be. But you know, every footballing nation undergoes this era of reconstruction. I thought that was what Spain was going through, because they have younger players and all of that. But so far they've been able to do better than we expected, and I love it for them. Now, as for Germany, I think Germany, we've always known that Germany is not they are not to be shrugged aside in the world of football. In this competition as well, they've shown themselves that they are really ready to go for it, to go all the way. So, in my opinion, I don't think that we are going to have a game of football short of entertaining today. And when it comes to Spain versus Germany, I don't think we are going to have anything short of entertaining. I don't think we are going to have anything short of a proper football match, right? But let me ask you, what do you think the outcome will be?
And then the Germans are more like a counter-attacking team, so it will be a clash of the Titans, and it will be a very close encounter. But probably at the end, I think probably Spain should nip it. Spain should nip it. Yeah, Spain should nip it.
Right? But what is scoreline? What's your scoreline?
both of them will score. Probably a 2-1 scoreline. Yeah.
In favor of Spain, right? All right. I honestly do not know how this match is going to, the way the match will go. Honestly, I can't tell. I can't tell at all.
I just
But
had to
I
say
would want to
something.
I would want to beat Germany. I think Germany might still have what it takes, to maybe see out a younger or a less experienced Spain side or Spanish side. So I think, in my opinion, I think Germany will be able to see them through. And I want to go for a 2-1 victory as well for Germany. For Germany. Before we continue, let's go on this very short break, and we'll be back in a jiffy in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Jonas Concept. At Jonas Concept, we are expert in installation of steelwork, cardboard, car cover, collapsible, automated shutter, panel mesh, handrail, and flower pot spraying. You can contact us on this following number: 290-5734-9791, or follow us on YouTube or subscribe to our YouTube at Jonas Concept. Jonas Concept, expert in installation of steelwork.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's still your game, your favorite sports talk show, the Game of Games, with Samuel, our captain, Lex, and YK.
Yeah.
YK, you're welcome back to the show. Now, let's go straight. Very, very, without wasting much time, let's go straight to France, Portugal. That's going to happen later tonight. England, Switzerland, Turkey, Netherlands. That is going to happen tomorrow, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. respectively, Nigerian time. Right? So, I want to ask you, what do you think we should expect from a France-Portugal game? Let's not forget that Portugal has not been as exciting as we expected them to be. France as well, they did not really measure up to expectation like we expected, right? So it's probably going to be the game of
Falling Titans.
I don't know,
Falling
a
Titans.
game that is not as
Yeah.
a clash of lesser titans, if you ask me. So what do you think? What do you think we should expect from a France Portugal game? England, Netherlands, England, Switzerland is also there. But let's start with France, Portugal.
I could remember in one of our previous programs where I categorically talked about the Portuguese team. I said I am not fancying them in this competition based on the fact that all the other players that are supposed to support Ronaldo, they are always found wanting. Leo
I think I
has
agree
been
with
playing as if they are in training session. Manchester City's Bernardo Silva is not what we get to see at the national team level. So the synergy between their midfield and defense is not there. They are always conceding too many chances. So I'm not fancying them at all. No. France have not really been too good, but they still have the individuals. Their defense is solid. They have 7/10 midfield, and Kylian Mbappe is Kylian Mbappe. So I'm tipping France to win by 3-1. Yeah.
3-1. That's emphatic.
Yeah.
That's some statement from you. Okay, YK has gone for 3-1. I also agree that Portugal has not been what we expected them to be. France also has not really been what we expected them to be, but they still have the personnel to see this game through. So also, I'll not go for as high as 3-1. I'll go for a 2-1 or a 2-0, really, or a 2-0. And I also expect that we see a proper game of football, because honestly, we can't take that away from them. You can't take it away from a Portuguese team. You can't take it away from a French team. They are proper
and they have,
and we can't but see a proper game of football from them.
Both have
right?
individual
So
players.
let's go very swiftly. Yeah, definitely. Let's go very swiftly to England, Switzerland. Let me once again on this show express my dissatisfaction with this English team. This English team is come on, is the most disappointing team in this competition. I just cannot express it enough. This is the most disappointing team. Is there? I don't know. England, Switzerland, right here. What do you think?
Gareth Southgate should be jailed. Honestly speaking, he should be jailed because you have the top scorer in Bundesliga in Europe as well. The top scorer in Europe last season. You have the best player in Spain. In Jude Bellingham, the best player in England, in Phil Foden, and you are still playing like a glorified Stoke City. There is no way. See. Let me chip this in. I've always told people around me, Real Madrid will spoil Jude Bellingham's career. And it will be in a very bad way because Jude Bellingham is never a 10. Jude Bellingham is a 8, but his success with Real Madrid as 10 is now pushing Gareth Southgate to push him as 10. He has forgotten that Real Madrid doesn't have a striker. So it worked. England, you have arguably the best striker in this competition.
The best. It's not even arguably. So the best.
The clash between Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Harry Kane in the middle is too much. I saw some of their games and I left angrily. To me, Switzerland will beat them comprehensively. Except
what do you think this scoreline will be?
Drop Bellingham beside Rice. Put Foden upper man in that number 10 position. Then use Anthony Gordon as your left winger. Put a round O in a round peg.
Definitely. We've talked about this a lot of times on this show, that England need to play round pegs in round O's. Enough of trying
too many cooks spoils the broth. You are just bringing them together from in fact, no, please let's leave those people. Leave them.
So what do you think the scoreline will be?
3-1 as well. Yeah.
For Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland will win.
That's a serious thing. That's interesting.
Hello.
Okay.
See, I have seen 2 Switzerland games. Their game against Germany and against Italy, and I was impressed. They did not have too many star players like that, for the effort and their quality is top notch.
Okay, so is this going to be the end for the English team in Euro 2024?
100%.
See, are they going to be able to sail through against a Switzerland team who is very compact, very, very energetic, and are willing to show their quality on the ball and off the ball? Well, it's a few hours away, so let's wait and see. But I also think that if England does not turn up in this game, Switzerland will beat them comprehensively. I also think so. But I also believe that England still has the capacity to win this game. We just don't know which one will turn up. We don't know which part of England will turn up. So let's wait and see. I want to give it to Switzerland too, based on what they've done so far in this competition. They've shown more guts, more willingness, more capacity to want the match, the result, more than this England team. So let's wait and see. Let's see what will happen. And well, till then, right? Now, very quickly, YK, let's talk about Turkey, Netherlands.
Yeah. And
what do you think? What do you think about the Turkey Netherlands match? Netherlands, let's not forget. Netherlands also, I think they are in the same category with Portugal so far in this competition. They promised a lot and they delivered so little. Right? They have the tendency to deliver a lot, but so far they've been delivering so little. Yeah. So, what do you think is going to happen in this competition, in this game? Switzerland or Turkey, Netherlands?
Game of football is funny. In the group of Netherlands, France, Austria topped the group. They beat Netherlands.
Yeah.
Turkey
They did.
beat Austria. They dropped them off. Now, same Turkey will now play Netherlands. What will happen? Although I have not been really impressed by the game of the Dutch, but still they still have the individual quality to beat Turkey. So yeah, so I see them winning Turkey by 2 goals to nothing.
2 goals to 0. So that is still for us to see. We know that the game of football is a very funny game, that who you think might win or can win on paper will get to the pitch and they will become a shadow of what you think they can be, right? So it's now up for Netherlands to turn up and win this game and proceed to the last 4, or they don't turn up and we see another Turkey surprise.
Yeah.
Right? Who doesn't like surprise in the game of football? Who would not like a surprise in a tournament like this? Who wouldn't? So we are here to see it. We are here to see it. As far as Nigeria is not playing, that's when we can. That's when we can throw away fully behind this team. But it's a game of football. We are only fans. We are only enthusiasts. We are only analysts, and we can't wait to see what will happen in these games. Now, before we close for on this episode today, I want us to quickly talk about a little about what is happening in the Copa America. The Copa America, let's not deceive ourselves. South American teams, they are teams that are always filled with flair, with exuberance, right? So I'm sure those who are following keenly what is happening in the Copa America, they've seen a lot to entertain themselves. Now, there is an entertainment that is going down very soon, and that is Brazil versus Uruguay. Brazil is, let's not deceive ourselves. We cannot take away that flair, that playful seriousness that is always coming with a Brazilian team. They always have it, and this Uruguayan team has proven to want to really compete, right? So what do you think is going to happen in this Copa America match between Brazil and Uruguay?
Brazil has been short of disappointment in this tournament. They've not really turned up at all. They played three games. They won 1, drew 2. And even prior to the competition, Ronaldinho was skeptical about their chances. He whitewashed them that this is not the Brazil team he used to know. And so far, they failed to prove him wrong. Uruguay have been one of the best team in this tournament. They've defended well and they scored some important goals. And now Brazil will be without their best player. Vinicius Junior suspended for this game. So I don't really know
For
where
this game, yes.
they want to get their goals from. I don't know. So I'm tipping Uruguay to qualify ahead of Brazil.
That's a really good way to look at it. If you Brazil has proven themselves to be the England team of the Copa America, promising so much and delivering so little, right? But at the same time, we cannot take away that exuberance that comes with every Brazilian team that we know. So this game is going to be entertaining for the neutrals, as far as I'm concerned. It's going to be entertaining for the neutrals, and we can't wait to see what happens in the game. I'm also tipping Uruguay, and it's majorly because of one player,
Darwin Nunes, defensive striker.
It's because of Darwin Nunes. Any other thing, I have no interest. But I want Darwin Nunes to proceed. I want Uruguay to proceed ahead of Brazil, and that's the much we have when it comes to competitions. And let's not forget that a lot of teams are preparing for the Olympics. The Olympics is starting later this month, and a lot of countries are preparing, and we can't wait to see. At least we've known that, or we are aware that the lack of club football is not going to be a boring period for us. The period where we are going to be lacking club football is not going to be boring, because now we have Euros still ongoing, we have Copa America, Olympics is going to start very soon. So we are going to be very much entertained. Now, before we go on this show, before we round up, we have a few more minutes to go. Before we round up, I want to bring to our notice that as a lot of tabloids have been reporting, Ederson Moraes, right? That's his name, of the Manchester City goalkeeper, has agreed terms with Al Nassr, the Cristiano Ronaldo team. Right? Now, the interesting part is Ederson is 33 or 32.
Yeah.
He's 30.
Yeah.
He's 30. Pardon me. Ederson is 30. And right now, Ederson is moving to the Saudi League, which is actually an interesting plot twist, if you ask me, because we all know that goalkeepers, they peak. Yeah. Most of them peak late. They sustain that peakness until later. In fact, most of them into their 35, 36, and early late 30s. So, interestingly, we are having Ederson, who is playing at the very top club, who is the number one goalkeeper. Nobody is competing with that number one spot with him, and he has decided to move to Saudi League, where I don't know, less competition. I don't know, because if not for the status of Ronaldo in the world of football, I think nobody would have been talking about Ronaldo right now, since his move to the Saudi Pro League. So now that Ederson has decided to move to the Saudi Pro League, what do you think is the problem? Because I think, in my opinion, I think it's a problem. I think he does not see himself at the top anymore. I think that's the only thing I can think of. Or either it is that, or it is him doing an Oscar on. Yeah. Oscar said he's going for the money, and he was not shy about it. He said he was going for the money. Yeah. Which we cannot really tell. He's 30. He probably thinks, I'm done with top football. Let me go and get the money. If that's the case, what do you think? Why do you think this is happening? Ederson is a top goalkeeper.
Towards the end of last season, I noticed something in Manchester City. it seems slightly Guardiola is moving on from Ederson to Ortega. Ortega wanted to leave in January, but they begged him. They promised him the first team shirt. That was why he stayed. And Ederson has signed out, and he doesn't want to sit on the bench. Then, number two reasons why I felt probably he's moving. He has won everything with Man City. He has nothing else to win. He has nothing.
Actually,
he felt maybe okay. Yes, now.
Everybody anymore.
And no matter how good it turns out to be now, he will never retain that number one keeper from Alisson in Brazil. So why not just spend your parties enjoying in Saudis and piling up the money?
True. That actually makes sense. That makes sense because in the world of football, I don't think there's any competition or any tournament that he needs to win apart from the World Cup. That's one side, right? So I think his decision to go to the Saudi Pro League, if anything the tabloids are reporting is anything to go by, his decision to go to the Saudi Pro League is known solely to him, but from our perspective, those of us who are on the outside here, we can only speculate. We can only
put one or two things together.
We can't know exactly why. Except it comes out to say, this is why I'm going. Just like Oscar did then. Oscar told us categorically,
expressly, I'm from a very poor background. I need to feed my family.
Exactly. And I need to make money to go back home.
Exactly.
I like that guy. Nobody's saying, Saudi Pro League is a very interesting. I'm trying new things. It's not
exactly
new thing.
now.
I want to go and collect money. No time. You get. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the size of the program for